Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my listeners. My name is Romeo Gamed, psychiatric specialist. Today, I want us to talk about psychotic disorder. But anytime we talk about psychotic disorder, there's something we call psychosis. Psychosis is abnormal condition of the brain. So, psychotic disorder in general is a mental disorder characterized by disconnection of the individual from reality. So, one thing I want us to know is that doesn't mean the patient is mad. When you have psychotic disorder, doesn't mean the patient is mad. But one way or the other, there are some negative life events that contribute to this factor. Okay, so psychotic disorder in general is just a disconnection of the individual from reality. They begin to behave in a way that the normal state of life is not. But that doesn't mean the person is mad. Talking about the causes, we have several types of causes, but I'm going to talk about few. Here, I'm going to talk about genetically or genetic inheritance. When you study anatomy, there's something we call genetic inheritance. Before the anatomical structure came to being, or before you come out from your moms, there are certain things that takes place. Let's say the chromosomes pairing. Before your mom met your dad, there are some cells transmission. So here, there's a female sex cell and a male sex cell come together to form the zygote. Here, there are certain chromosomes that pair. And during the pairing, maybe you have one way or the other a history of this kind of abnormality in your family, either the mother side or the father side. You may have this condition due to the pairing of the chromosomes. That is why sometimes you see a child resembling the mother, but they pick the color of the father. And the same way they can inherit certain conditions from the family as well. So supposing the patient is having a condition like this, it may be what? Genetic disorder. Okay. And then also we also talk about some viral or bacterial manifestation that affects the brain. You see, in the section of the brain, we have the frontal lobe that control the judgment, the thought, our speech, and all that. But one way or the other, you see that some people they have abnormality in their speech and all this. When you study mental health affects some areas of the person. Either the thoughts, the speech, the way you see things, the way you perceive certain things, that is under mental health. Okay, so here when the bacteria or the viral manifestation affect the frontal lobe of the individual, these abnormalities may occur. So you may be diagnosed of having what? Psychotic disorder. This one, it can be managed one way or the other. Psychotic disorder doesn't mean the patient is mad. It can be managed, it can be cured, and one way or the other, it cannot be managed, depending on the causes. Okay, so we have several types of psychotic disorder. I'm going to talk about few. We have the schizophrenia spectrum disorder. The schizophrenia spectrum disorder may come in several symptoms. Symptoms like delusion. When we talk about delusion, we have several types under delusion, but it's a symptoms under schizophrenia spectrum disorder. So I said schizophrenia spectrum disorder is what? A type of what? Psychotic disorder. But there are symptoms that we see, then we know that no, this patient is suffering from schizophrenia spectrum disorder. The symptoms like delusion, we have some types. The delusion we have persecutory delusion. This type of delusion, when the person begin to see that now a group of people are planning against me or are plotting against me, they want to kill me. That is persecutory delusion. One way or the other, something like this may happen to the person before. The person was invited to the party, or a friend took her out, or something like that, and someone tried to poison him or her, or they broke bottle on the head, or something like that. So you see, so anytime a group of people gathered and they think that they are plotting against them or they want to kill them, so they have that kind of what delusion. When you invite them publicly, they won't come. They are scared of people. It is real. Something like that might happen. That is what a persecutory delusion. We also have the erotomanic delusion. Erotomanic delusion, one way or the other, can also be called delusion of love. Here, the individual feel like a high profile personality falls in love with me, or this particular person is in love with me. Whilst in general, it's not like that. Okay, so they begin to pose themselves, they begin to behave in a way in public for you to see that, oh no, yeah, I'm interested. No, one way or the other, no one is in love with you, but that is how they perceive, that is how they see their things. That is what we call delusion of love, or erotomanic. Now, another one too is called grandiose. The grandiose, where the patients or the person feel like he's powerful, is richer than everybody. So they begin to do their things like to put some kind of scared in you. They want to, yeah, they feel like they are so powerful than everybody. They are so richer than everybody. They are so intelligent that no. One way or the other, when we go into their account is zero. They have nothing. They are powerless. But that is how they perceive things. That is how they feel. That one is what we call the grandiose. It's a delusion. Okay, and then we also have delusion of jealousy. This particular one is killing a lot of people, especially ladies, based on our diagnosis. I'm very sorry if I mention ladies and you are offended. Yes, but it is real. They begin to see that no, my opposite sex is cheating on me. It's not only ladies, it affects both sides, but majority, based on that diagnosis, we see that it affects ladies the most. The person will be eating very well, but the person is growing lean, growing lean. You are eating very well, but you see that you are deforming. You don't understand. There's something within the person that is wearing the person off. Always is thinking that my opposite sex is cheating on me, especially when you make a call and the person is on a call with someone. Hey, you are talking to your boyfriend, you are talking to your girlfriend. So they have this kind of perception, they have this kind of thought every blessed day. It's delusion. They will never have trust in you. Even if you tell them, oh, I'm on a call with my mom, I'm on a call. No, 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 no. Since they call you and your line is busy and blah, no. This one, or if they see you standing with someone, then a problem. No, it's delusion. You have to work on that, else you die early. This one is wearing a lot of people. Yeah. So we also have the somatic, the somatic when they feel like something is wrong with them, something is wrong with their system, the organ is damaged, so they behave in a way. They don't want to do certain things, they want to eat certain food because they feel like something is wrong with the body. They don't want to go closer to people. No, it's delusion. And then we have another symptoms called hallucination under the schizophrenia spectrum disorder. The hallucination also comes with several types. We have visual hallucination. The visual hallucination here, the person begin to see things that is not real. Or you, the professionals around, you don't see that, but the person is saying that. It's what visual hallucination. Then we also have the olfactory hallucination when they have this kind of sense of smell that you don't have. And then we also have another type of hallucination we call the gustatory hallucination when they have this kind of sense of taste and all that. And then we have auditory hallucination. This one, the person or the patient begin to hear sound that you are not hearing. They feel like someone is calling them, so they are responding to the calling. But one way or the other, there's nothing like that. No one is calling them as well. But that is how they hear. So sometimes